8 practical steps to finally let go of your ex after a breakup that I've learned from the book Letting Go by Dr. David Hawkins. If you're ready to let go of your ex, but you're not sure how to do that, you don't have enough courage to actually pull the trigger and say, that's it, I want to let go, I'm ready to let go. So if you're at this point, this video will be the final kick in the ass that you need just to do it, just to let go completely, because letting go is an intellectual process that you must go through. It's not emotional. Many people think that I will just get over them with time, but this is not the truth, because I see people stuck in a breakup cycle, in these ruminating thoughts for years. I've been a breakup coach and a relationship coach for a long time now, and I see people that are staying stuck. This is why I want to let you know that in order for you to let go, you must go through these steps. You got to go through the intellectual process before the emotional process, because after a breakup, you are very emotional and you're not that logical. This is how it works. The logic and the emotions, if you look at a scale, this is how it goes. The emotions are very high. The logic is very, very low, especially if your ex broke up with you. This is where you're even more emotional, because rejection breeds obsession. Obsession is very emotional, and there's no logic. You don't really see things for what they are. And like I said in today's video, that will be the final push that you need in order for you to actually get to the realization that this relationship was not for you and it's time to let go. I'm going to show you exactly how. I'm Coach Goldman, your relationship and breakup coach. Without any further ado, number 1 is acknowledging and accepting your emotions. Don't denounce them. Don't deny them. They are there and you need to pay attention to them, because your emotions are guiding you towards where the pain is and what you need to heal. So the technique goes like this. You got to recognize the emotions that you're feeling without judgment. It's important that you don't judge yourself. Many people really give themselves a hard time after a breakup. They judge themselves. They say, I feel so bad for so long. That's normal. That is normal to feel bad. I would say for so long, it really depends, because it doesn't need to take too long. When you do the intellectual work correctly, it doesn't take long. And by the way, if you want to do this work correctly, you can check the link in the description below for the Rise of the Phoenix, my online healing coaching program that takes you step by step towards the right path of healing. And it will not take you a long time. I'm always saying it doesn't need to take a long time, because time is not a healer. What you do within this time is the healer. And if you're doing the work correctly, you're going to heal on a much quicker pace. This is just simple logic. Now, I want you to simply allow yourself to experience them fully without any resistance. Because on your healing journey, feelings are this is the best thing. I know that this is the hardest thing, but every time you feel pain, you're healing. And I want to give you a quick story, because recently I got all of my teeth done. I got all of its crowns. So I replaced my entire mouth. So I remember it was about 3 weeks after I've done the treatment, and I told the doctor, listen, doc, it still hurts. If I'm not on a pain medication, it still hurts. And he said, how often do you take the painkillers, the pain medication? I said, 3 times a day. Every time I feel slight discomfort, I pop the pill, because I don't like the pain in my mouth. I can endure many levels of pain, but oh my God, in my mouth, I mean, I'm speaking and it's hurting. By the way, right now I'm feeling a little bit pain, but he told me, listen, you got to stop taking the medications. And the reason that I'm telling you this thing is because it will apply specifically to your breakup. Get this. So he told me you got to stop taking the medication that frequently, maybe once a day, because when you feel the pain, this is where your nervous system is adjusting to the new teeth. And I was like, oh, wow, isn't that interesting? And in a breakup, it's the same. The pain that you're feeling is the adjustment. You are adjusting to the new circumstances. And instead of numbing yourself or taking the painkillers, You really want to take the time and feel it to the fullest, because right now when I feel the pain in my teeth, I know that I'm healing. And I understand that. I say to myself, okay, I'm healing. So reframe the way you look at pain and the way you are just looking at your emotion. This is why you must acknowledge and accept your emotions. This is the crucial part, when you accept it and you say, all right, it's here. That's my healing. That's the time. Let's fucking do this. You're no longer afraid of them. This is why I'm telling you guys, don't engage in any vices. Don't drink, don't smoke, don't do anything that weakens you, only things that strengthen you, because in order for you to let go, you need to have strength. So in order for you to have strength, you need to pour and put all of the energy on yourself and on your healing, and not giving it to your ex or anyone else. This is why you do everything for you and not to you. You go to the gym for you. You eat correctly for you. You do this kind of healing work for you. You watch these videos for you. You do the work. Maybe you get a counseling, coaching. You do it for you. And this is how you fall in love with yourself. And this is the important part in letting go. Now, how to apply it? I just said it, but I'm going to read it as well. After a breakup, you may feel sadness, anger, or loneliness. Instead of suppressing these emotions, take time each day to sit quietly and feel and fully feel whatever arises. For example, if you feel sadness, acknowledge it by saying to yourself, I'm feeling sad right now, and allow the sadness to wash over you without trying to push it away. Just let it. And if you guys watch my documentary, my breakup documentary, I documented my entire breakup after she monkey branched on me. And I had nights when I needed to hug myself and say to myself, oh my God, I just want the pain to go away. But I know that it's a good kind of pain that is strengthening me. And I just sat with it and I cried my eyes out. I just let it hit me to the fullest. And this is also one of the things that healed my anxious attachment style. That's the healing. The healing after a breakup. You've probably been anxious too. So when you feel this great amount of sadness and pain, that's healing. If you numb yourself and you are just pushing away the pain, you push away also the progress and the growth. Embrace the pain. Fall in love with that. And understand that your pain is your healer. Your pain is your teacher. Okay? By the way, if you got it, that your pain is your teacher, just put in the comments below, my pain is my teacher. I want to see how many of you understand that your pain is your teacher. Because once you do, by the way, this is just number one. When you understand this number one thing, your pain is your teacher, you are on the right track towards letting go completely. By the way, if you need my help, feel free to book a call with me. The link is also in the description below. I can help you expedite this process for you, because for some people it's hard. For some people it's a little bit easier. It really depends on your attachment style and your childhood traumas and what you went through. But just know that you're not alone in this. You can get my help. You can join my private free online Facebook group. It's the Rise of the Phoenix online healing community, where you can meet other like-minded people that go through the same. The link also in the description below. Everything, all the links in the description below, so you can check them out if you need further assistance beyond these videos. Number 2 is surrendering the need to control. Experience the emotion fully, like we already talked about. The technique is let go of the need to control outcomes, people, or situations. Trust that everything will unfold as it should. This is where you understand that life is happening for you and not to you. When you accept it, you embrace it, and you say, things are happening for me. It's not happening to me. God is good, always. And I want you to look back at things that happened in your life that once you thought were not that positive, and see how a positive outcome emerged from seemingly bad experience. This is how you will be able to surrender even more and say, okay, I got it. I know that nothing bad has ever happened to me. Everything happened for me to rise and to grow. And you can start seeing the evidence once you're doing this work, and ask yourself, when was the last time something seemingly bad happened to me, but the outcome was good? And this is how you start collecting evidence and understanding that life is for you all the time. God is always good for you, my friend. And if you want to claim it, comment below. God is good. I love that. Application is in the aftermath of the breakup. It's common to dwell on what you could have done differently or try to control the situations by staying in contact with your ex, which you never stay in contact with your ex after they broke up with you. And when you dwell on the what ifs, if you find yourself dwelling on the what ifs, go to my channel, and I really want you to check out the videos that I made about what ifs. The what ifs, you're going to love it, and you're going to understand how to let go of the what ifs. I don't want to talk about it here extensively. I made an entire, I think it was like 20 minutes video on how to conquer the what ifs after a breakup. What if I've done this? What if I haven't done that? So make sure that you go back to my channel, watch how to, I think it's how to overcome the what ifs, and you will understand it on a much deeper level. Now, instead, I want you to practice surrendering by reminding yourself daily, I release my need to control the situation and focus on activities that are within your control, such as personal growth and self-care. In life, there are things you can control. There are things you can't control. Whatever you can control, do it. Whatever is under your supervision, just make sure that you do all that you can. Whatever you can't, just leave it up to God. Leave it up to the universe. Leave it up to a higher source that brings you life each and every single day, and trust that this source is guiding you and guarding you. Once you put your faith and trust in this source, you will be rewarded with inner peace, which this is probably what you're seeking the most, because at these times in your life, these challenging times in your life, peace is not something that is commonly experienced. Let's just put it that way. So, yeah. Number 3, choosing to release. It's a choice. It's a choice. And I say all the time that when you are going through a breakup, you actually go through a breakup twice. When your ex breaks up with you, you're going through it twice. One time is your ex broke up with you and told you, I no longer wish to be with you. Breakup number 1. Breakup number 2 is you saying, I don't want to be with you. Not because they are coming back or anything like that. It's when you're going through the healing journey, you say to yourself, wow, I realize who I am. I realize who I've been with. I realize that the fact that my ex didn't want to reconcile or didn't want to solve things, and their solution to our relationship problem was to leave. I don't want this kind of person, because you, my friend, you don't deserve someone who is willing to come back. You deserve someone who never wants to leave, that are willing to work on the relationship when shit hits the fan, because relationship is a skill. Maintaining and sustaining a relationship is a skill that not many people know. This is why most relationship fails, and the ones that last, get this, they last, it doesn't mean that they're succeeding. Many people are together miserably, living together miserably until death do them apart, and some of them wish upon death sooner than later because they're suffering that much, because the relationship is not conducive and not help them grow. So if you want to learn also relationship skills, talk to me. I can help you maintain a relationship, sustain. It's not just about obtaining a relationship. Obtaining it is easy. Getting into a relationship is easy. How to navigate it when shit hits the fan, that's an art in and of itself that you must learn, both female and male. Once you know that, you will be able to control the flow of your relationship and decide where you want to take it and lead correctly. So you need to choose, like I said, you need to choose to release. You got to choose that. Now, the technique is consciously choose to release negative emotions and thoughts. Understand that holding on to them is a choice, and you can choose to let them go. Like I said many times before on my channel, I don't know if you're new to my channel or a returning subscriber. If you're new to my channel, let me know in the comments below. I am new and I'm loving it, because I know you're loving it, because I speak the truth to you and I tell you the things that you need to hear, not what you want to hear. And if you're a returning subscriber, just comment below that I'm loving it, or I'm here for a while, because I really want to know that you're here and that you're actually listening and engaging in what I'm saying, and you're not just letting it going to one ear and out of the other. I really wanted you to retain the information that I'm speaking about. So I'm speaking about the fact that pain is inevitable in life and in a breakup, but suffering is a choice. And when you choose to keep entertaining the thoughts about your ex, you're choosing it. This is where you're actually choosing to suffer. So when you choose to release, it's an act of self-love that you put back in yourself. This is how also you apply it, but let me read it to you. When thoughts about your ex or the relationships surface, notice them and consciously choose to release them. For instance, if I choose to release this, if you catch yourself ruminating on why the breakup happened, gently tell yourself, I choose to release these thoughts, and shift your attention to something positive like gratitude, journaling, or engaging in a new hobby. So at the beginning, I really want you to journal. I really want you to get the intellectual realizations of why the breakup happened and then let them go. That's important. In the healing process, you need to acknowledge, like we talked about in number one, acknowledging your emotions and your thoughts. You need to be able to say, that's okay that I'm thinking that way, and then choose to release them. Don't just dismiss them, because just dismissing them, it will not be a healthy thing for you, because just dismissing them, it's numbing the pain and actually suppressing. That's not healthy. Number 4, witnessing the emotion without judgment. The technique is observe your emotions as if you're watching them from a distance without getting caught up in them. See them as temporary experiences that will pass. And I want you to think about see yourself as someone else. See yourself as someone who is going through a breakup, and say to yourself, what would I say to this person who is going through this breakup right now? If you are ruminating way too much, say to yourself, what would I say to my nephew or my friend that is been ruminating way too much? How would I approach them? How would I help them? And you just bring yourself out of the situation. You become the observer and not the one who experienced this. The application of it is, when you feel overwhelmed by emotions like anger or betrayal, imagine yourself as the observer. Like I said, watch these emotions as they pass by like clouds in the sky. This can help you detach and avoiding getting consumed by your emotions. And every time you catch the emotion, that's a win, that's a victory. You say to yourself, wow, okay, I felt this way, and I realized that I was thinking this way, and I want you to catch it. And I want you to understand that that's okay, even if you catch it 1,000 times a day. In my breakup, I caught my emotions and thoughts gazillion times. I stopped counting because it was too exhausting. And that's okay. Every time you catch it, it's a victory for yourself, and you say, okay, back on track. Okay, back on track. It's course correction at the beginning, the earlier stages of a breakup. It's a lot of course correction. Number 5, allowing and letting go. The technique is allow the emotions to be present without resisting, and then let go by choosing not to engage with them any further. The application is, if you feel the urge to contact your ex, allow this feeling to be there without acting on it. Never act on it. Acknowledge the urge, but then choose to let go by shifting your focus to something else, like talking, taking a walk, you can call a friend, or working on a project. First, you got to acknowledge them. You don't dismiss them immediately, and then you engage in something positive. I would go to the gym all the time. I started Muay Thai practicing. I practiced 2 times a day because these thoughts were very frequent. I needed an out. That was my out. What is your out? You need to construct healthy coping mechanisms for yourself, which I'm helping you guys to do on one-on-one calls all the time. How to build a healthy coping mechanism. Again, if you need my help, the link in the description below. But I really want you to figure out for yourself, what is the coping mechanism, how you're going to do it constructively, and make sure that you're growing and make sure that you're not avoiding. Number 6 is daily practice of letting go. The technique, make letting go a daily practice. consciously releasing any emotions, thoughts, or attachments that arise. The application is each morning or evening, take a few minutes to reflect on the day and identify any lingering emotions or thoughts that thoughts related to the breakup. Practice letting go of each by saying, I let go of this feeling, and then take a deep breath and release it. I choose to let go of this feeling. I choose to let go of this feeling. I choose to let go of this thought. This is how you do it. Little by little, you're reprogramming your subconscious mind and you're helping your nervous system to adjust. Number 7 is embracing uncertainty. There is a lot of uncertainty after a breakup. We all know that because you're going into an uncharted territory. You don't want this, and it's forced upon you. You didn't want this breakup. You wanted to make it work. You had some level of certainty in this relationship. Now it's gone. You need to embrace uncertainty. The technique is to embrace that life is uncertain, and that trying to force certainty can lead to more suffering, and it will lead you to more suffering. Embrace the unknown part of life's natural flow. That's it. Application after a breakup. It's normal to worry about the future, whether you'll find love again or if you made the right decision. Practice embracing uncertainty by reminding yourself that it's okay not to have all the answers right now. Focus on living in the present moment and trust that the future will unfold in its own time. And it will. You will find love again. And I made a video on how you're going to find love again, because I know that you're thinking that that's it. That was your only shot at love. That wasn't it. I'm telling you, I know that. But I want you to know that it doesn't matter that I do. Now, number 8 is non-identification with the ego. Recognize that your ego, the part of you that feels hurt, angry, or afraid, is not your true self. Let go of ego-driven thoughts and feelings. When your ego flares up with thoughts like, I'm not good enough, or I need to prove something, gently remind yourself that these are just ego-based thoughts, not your true essence. Shift your focus to affirmations like, I am worthy of love. I am enough just the way I am. Make sure that your self-talk is very affirmative and constructive, because like I said at the beginning of the video, you need this energy to pour back into yourself. You cannot let go of you cannot have any energy leaks. Saying to yourself, I'm not good enough, I should have done this, I should have done that, that creates an energy leak within your field, and it weakens you immediately. When you say to yourself, I am worthy, I am strong, I am enough, it's like, bam, bam, bam. You start lifting yourself up instead of driving yourself down. Now, these were the 8 practical steps. Now I want to give you practical examples of applying these techniques. Oh, just a second, my pen just dropped. That was kind of like a mic drop because that was really, really good up until this point. Now, let's make it even better. I want to give you some examples of practical examples. Okay, so the scenario, you feeling intense sadness and regret after the breakup. Acknowledging the emotion, sit quietly and acknowledge that the sadness without judgment. I feel sad and that's okay. And I want you to identify with the feeling, but don't make an I am statement. Don't make this your identity. Identify the emotion, but don't make it your identity. So you say, I feel sad, and that's okay, not I am sad. It's very important to reframe the way you talk to yourself. I made a video about also how to reframe your self-talk after a breakup. Go to my channel and find this video. It's really jam. So don't identify with the feeling. Identify with the feeling, don't make it about who you are right now. Now, witness your emotion. Observe the sadness without getting lost in it. Imagine watching this from a distance. Surrender control. Remind yourself that you cannot control the past or the future, only how you respond in the present. That's the only thing you can do. You can say, the past is already gone, the future is not yet here. What can I do now about my situation? What can I do now to heal? What can I do now to grow? Releasing the emotions, choose to let go of the sadness by saying, I release this sadness, and then focus on positive activity, like we talked about. Gym, I would say, is the best one. I know that many of you don't really like the gym. I don't like it either, but it's a great cure. It is a cure, one of the best, because it's somatic. You're moving, and you cannot be sad. While you do 100 burpees, you cannot be sad. Until I tried, and I was really sad on my breakup, so I know that works. Embracing uncertainty. Accept that this is normal to feel unsure about the future, and that's okay to take things one day at a time. Daily practice. Repeat this daily as emotions arise, and they will arise, making letting go constant part of your healing journey. By integrating these techniques from the book Letting Go into your daily life, you can gradually release the emotional burdens associated with your breakup and move forward with a sense of peace and acceptance. With that said, you guys, I hope that this video was helpful for you. If it was, do this algorithm stuff. Leave a comment below. Let me know your thoughts and your takeaways or any questions you may have. I love you, and I'm wishing you a beautiful healing journey. If you ever need me, I'm here for you. I see you again in my next videos. Take care.